We're gonna keep it rolling. Coming up next, this man is a poet. He's a singer. He's a beast. He's a writer. He's a beast on the microphone. He's got his own open mic. Please put your hands together for the one and only Butterfly Soul.
Cute at first, and then you start leaving your socks, and I keep putting the top back on the toupee. I can't take it no more. They say this little shit's gonna get you, and I'm about to pack my shit and leave this thing. This is where I'm song. And people wanna sing, but they don't.
Give it up for Butterfly Soul. You know what? He'll come up later. He'll come up later.
Summertime and living is easy. Fish are jumping and the concert is high.
She's been with me before. She's born in the UK. Here from by way of Texas, Brooklyn. She's all over the place. Please show some love for Mimi Spence.
Go ahead. Oh, darling, come and meet me tonight. We'll dance beneath the stars until the break of dawn. Can't you see? I want everything. Don't you know? You mean the world to me. Can't you?
So we're gonna get into it. Coming up now. This group has been with me since the very beginning, since day one.
So sad, heart to heart, your belly to my back.
So without further ado, please put your hands together for the Soul Folk Experience. Thank everybody for coming out. Thank you so much for keeping this night alive.
Hi everyone, and welcome to OneMicNite, the podcast that brings you stories of artists and people on their journey, helping to guide, answer questions, and motivate you in life and the business. My name is Marcos Luis, you already know that, and thank you for joining me for season 5. We're coming to a close, but 18 years of OneMicNite, so I want to thank you guys all for being on this long, beautiful journey and see the transformation that we've had, and we get to talk to so many interesting, beautiful, incredible people along the way and document their lives. So stick around. My guest today is just that. She's incredible. She is a comédienne, une chanteuse, une danseuse, and her name is Lucie Tassel. Welcome to OneMicNite. How you doing?
Hi. I'm good. I'm good.
Surprised you didn't do that.
Thank you for the introduction in French.
Oh, of course, of course. Listen, I have questions.
Yeah.
The first question is, who is Lucie Tassel?
Who is? Oh my God, it's a huge question.
Yeah.
Okay, so wow, I don't even know where I can start, but I would say for now, I am a French performer, musical theater performer, and living in New York. I came here to study and I had the opportunity to stay. So for now, I'm staying and I hope I'll stay longer, but the law would decide for me. It's not
Right.
just
Yeah.
up to me.
Yeah.
And I said for now because I think I'm living now my fourth life.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Voilà.
Yeah. So, okay, before we get into your fourth life,
Okay.
let's talk about how did you grow up? What was your childhood like?
Was one month? What?
Your childhood? What was your childhood?
Oh, my childhood. So I was born in France.
Mhm.
I usually say that I'm from Paris because I'm not from Paris, but it's very close to Paris, and usually nobody know my city, so it's easier to say I'm from Paris.
What city was it?
It's Savigny-sur-Orge. It's next to the airport, Orly Airport.
Okay.
And so yeah, I grew up there, and then I studied sport, like physical activity.
Really?
I have we say in French a master, but you don't have this here. I think it's like it's not exactly a BFA.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's 5 years of studying in university.
We have masters. We have master's degree.
Oh,
It comes
okay.
after the bachelor's.
Oh, okay. Then, well, so I studied this and I graduated, and then I decided to be a teacher, not a physical activity teacher, but like an elementary school teacher. And so I worked as a teacher during 5 years. And then I was having a hard time in my personal life. And I remembered at this time that it wasn't my dream to be a teacher.
Mm.
I was doing it like great, but it wasn't my path. And I went to a musical theater school in Paris, actually the best one in Paris.
Mhm.
I just wanted to have their opinion, and because they choose only 15 students per year, and they choose me, and it wasn't expected, so I was still a teacher, and I decided to quit and do this musical theater school because I didn't want to have any regret. And so I did the school during 3 years, and then I started to work as an artist in Paris, and then New York showed up, same unexpected, like a musical theater school here in New York, and I was like, no, I can't miss the opportunity. So I moved out, and here I am. That's why I'm saying fourth life.
I love that. So here's the thing. When we allow ourselves to do certain things, those type of opportunities the universe gives us. And all we can
Exactly.
do is take them and run with it.
Exactly. And
Right?
I often speak to the universe, talk to the universe.
Hmm.
So yeah, I thought it's on my way. It's not, it can be there's a reason. Like I can't just look at it and be like, no. I have
Right.
to
No,
go
you're
on
right.
it.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Well, a lot of times too, when we grow up, I grew up as an artist as well. I was fortunate because my mother was an actress.
Oh,
So I grew
wow.
up watching her do, acting and sitting on stage, watching her perform. So she allowed me, although I entered college as pre-med. I thought I wanted to be a doctor.
Oh,
But she
wow.
was
Good.
okay when I decided to do theater. So she allowed me the opportunity to do it, and then we just let it run its course.
Mm.
Sometimes also, like you were saying, maybe you had personal problems at the time, and maybe that was something else, a sign from the universe saying, what do you really want to do with your life?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, I felt like it caught me. Do you
Hmm.
say that?
Yeah, sure.
Like, because I really forgot that when I was a kid, I wanted to be a singer, and it was my only option. And I remember my friend at the time, like when you're 8, 10, they were like, "No, it's not a job."
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, well, I don't have other option. I don't want to do anything else." And then growing up, they ask you to choose for a career. What do you want to study? Where do you want to go? Blah, blah, blah. And I just forgot. And I studied something else. And then, yeah, little by little, I buried the dream.
Right. It's hard too if we don't have the support system that we need. And maybe, you know, your parents or my parents don't know that that was something that was living inside of us. So they
Oh,
don't know how to cultivate, you know, our dreams for us as
yeah.
children. So then we get our path goes a different way, but inside it's still there. And then there's something that comes and sparks that energy again. And good for you to follow it. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
No, my parents didn't know.
Hmm.
They didn't know. I
Right.
kept this for me, and I don't know, it was hard to say it out loud. So I kept it. And also, I'm not, my parents, they are artists, but I don't think that they realize that they are. Because
Mm.
my dad
Yeah.
is a drawer. He
Hmm.
draws,
Sure.
and that's his job. But he does, like, we say in French, industrial
Hmm.
drawing.
Industrial. Yep.
And my mom did her career in a Scottish bank, but she sings well, she paints, she loved doing photos and work on pictures, and she wanted, when she was young, she wanted to work in the movie, like the cinema industry,
Hmm.
and never did it.
Never
Like,
did. This is part of the problem that we have sometimes, even as creatives. I feel like everyone is a creative. They have something
mhm.
creative about them, no matter what job you have. You have to be creative in your job to make it work.
Yeah,
So there are a lot of us who are artists who never realize our dream, one, because of fear, and two, because of responsibilities that we may have. So we feel like it won't be profitable enough for us to support our family or to support ourselves. So we get into a place where we just don't do it.
yeah.
So what was it that made you decide, yeah, I'm going to do this?
Oh,
Yeah.
because at a time I had nothing to lose, because for me, I had already lost everything. That's what I thought.
Hmm.
Um, so long story short, I spent 10 years of my life with the same man,
Hmm.
and we met in high school, and I mean, we stayed together. We bought a house. We were teacher together, not in the same school though, but teachers. And we were preparing a wedding. And from a day to another, he left me,
Mm.
just gone. Ciao, bye bye.
Right. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. And so at this time, he was my life, like my thing. I mean, so I lost my house because he kept it. We decided together, but still he kept
Hmm.
the house. And so from a day to another, no house, no fiance. I mean, all the stuff that I built during 10 years was gone. And I don't know, at the time I was still a teacher, and I thought maybe I should work in another country. So and I tried, and nothing worked. Like, nothing worked in the education field.
Hmm.
It was a mess. Like, it wasn't. We say in French, it wasn't. Okay, it's kind of weird in English, but it wasn't fluid. Like,
Hmm. Yeah. No, no,
I
that makes
mean,
sense. Yeah.
and so at the same time, what I was doing artistically, just for fun, was working very well, to the point that I met the director of the musical theater school in Paris. And so that's why I was like, you know what? Oh, no. And also, a friend of mine found a contest, a singing contest in Paris, and told me, you have to go. And I said, no, no, I'm going to be ridiculous. I won't go. And she said, if you don't go, I'm going to put your name on. Like
Oh,
I'm
wow.
gonna do it for you.
That's
And so I went and I reached the final. And this was my maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's something that I missed all those years and I want to know. That's why I went to the musical theater school audition. And I just wanted an opinion. Just, oh yeah, maybe you have talent. And that's it. And I wasn't expecting a yes, welcome to the school.
right. Wow. That's incredible. That's an incredible story. And so looking back on it, what do you think? What do you think about that experience?
Oh, I know that I do believe that everything is on purpose. It's not random. It can be random
Right.
because even of the stuff that I studied before, like the master that I have in physical activity,
Hmm.
I'm still using. I used it when I was a teacher, and all of those stuff that I did, I'm still using it now because as an actress, all of this gives you. It's a lot of experience, like life experience.
Life experience, exactly.
And this guy who was in my life, I started to sing in public in front of an audience thanks to him at church. And I got baptized 10 years ago. And so the church was an unknown world for me. And I started to sing at
Wow.
church without understanding the mass. So I
That's
know
hilarious.
this relationship
Hmm.
showed me that I was able to. And the fact that
Yes.
it ended was my, uh, how do you say, what pushed me
Hmm.
to jump,
The turning
literally.
point. Yes. The
Yeah.
turning point of your life. Isn't that great that you can take the experience and now you can look at it, no matter what you were going through at the time, but you can
Mm.
look at it now and say there was a reason for that, that catapulted me into a life that I love now, that I'm
Mm.
passionate about,
Yeah.
that I'm actually good at. I've seen your work, so what a good place to be in. And we never know the experiences that we're having at the moment take us somewhere
Yeah,
incredible. And it's a learning experience.
exactly.
So you started
Exactly.
out, you did what was your first show in France?
Oh, the first one,
Hmm.
um, it was through my musical theater school. I mean, the first one with a role was
Hmm.
Bullets Over Broadway,
Right.
and was awesome. Awesome. This show, I know it didn't work that good in New York, I think.
Yeah, it was so New York.
Yeah, but people loved it in Paris. We don't have the same
No,
audience.
same sense of humor. No, but it's okay.
But yeah, it was awesome. And it was a great opportunity too, because through the school, we did the show in a huge theater. Like it was almost 1,000 seats theater.
What?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's a well-known
Wow.
theater,
Yeah.
and so no, it was amazing. It was amazing. Like they put you in perfect conditions to perform, and yeah,
What was the training like for you? Was it equivalent to say what the New York Broadway? It has to be equivalent to what the New York Broadway is, if not better, for that experience.
You mean in France or
Yeah.
here?
If it's a thousand
Um,
seat theater, that's pretty
yeah,
big.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I mean, for me, I think the training was really good.
Mhm.
I'm not lying when I'm saying that it's the best musical theater school in Paris because there's only 15 people
15
every
people.
year.
Wow.
So they take the time, like it's a 3 years training. And so it's a small school. You have between 45 and 48 people in the school. And so everybody, we all know each other and we all know every teacher and every teacher knows us.
Yes, it's like a
And
family, like a close-knit family with
exactly,
48 people. I can imagine.
exactly.
Yeah.
And from the first year, I mean, we have shows, real show that we put on stage
Hmm.
in front of real people. It's not just showcases between us. We put shows on stage, 3 shows a year per year, and I think we have 35 hours of classes per week. So it's a
And,
lot.
and everything focused on dance, music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have, dance, all kind of dance, jazz, tap, ballet, mainly. And of course, voice lesson. But we also have what we call choir, like when you do polyphony.
hmm Is that like
And
harmony, like a
yeah,
group with people
exactly.
who does harmony? Okay.
Yeah. And what I had there and I don't have here, we also have clown class
Oh
and
yeah,
mime. We mime also.
I like that.
Yeah, we don't have this here. I mean, in the training I did here at EMDA, they don't
Mhm.
have clown and
Right. I think
not
here
part
you
of the
definitely
curriculum.
have to go to a specialized clown school or something like that to learn it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So, well, yeah, it was 3 years, sort of a marathon.
That's great. Just a quick aside, what did you think about the Olympics and France doing the Olympics?
Oh my God. Oh my God. It was super hard for me because I was here
hmm
and I I lived my Olympics alone here. I was with
Oh,
nobody to
with-
share the like all the event and the joy and everything. I followed everything because I'm a huge fan of the Olympics.
right. Me too.
I
Me too.
cried the opening. Oh my God, the opening,
I thought it was
sobbing,
beautiful. I thought it was
sobbing.
beautiful.
And yeah, I followed everything. And I was alone singing La
Oh,
Marseillaise and celebrating the medals. And oh my God,
wow.
it was cool and sad at the same time.
That's crazy. Is there a big French community here? Is there a community that you can go to or that you network with
Um,
that you know of
there
yet?
is one, there's Facebook groups, I
Mhm.
know, but at a time during the Olympics, I was in Wisconsin because I replaced for a show. I replaced someone for a show. And so I think I was the only French. so, so no. And then I have some friends here who are French who did the training with me at EMDA, but they don't care about the Olympics. So I was really alone. They didn't like,
That's
they didn't
surprising.
have the vibe. Like they really didn't care.
Wow, the whole world cares about the
Yeah.
Olympics, and especially if it's
I
in France, I would
know, I
imagine
know. And I was like, have you
patriotism.
seen the BMX? Have you seen Léon Martin?
Right.
Léon Martin. And no, they were like, Léon who? Oh my God.
That's so funny. How do you intertwine, or does your culture intertwine with your work now? And if so, do you think it's a hindrance, or how do you make it, a superpower?
Um, it's a hard question.
Yeah, it is.
It's a hard question because sometimes I feel like it's a superpower.
hmm
And sometimes I'm like, no. Because I know when I speak, I have an accent.
hmm
And so when you apply for a job and they ask you to have a certain accent, I can't do a Southern accent or I don't know, whatever accent. I have a French accent.
Right,
And I can work on it, but I
right,
need time. I can't, you know what I mean? So sometimes it's, I see it as a limit, like it limitate me.
right.
Can you say that?
It limits you.
It limits.
hmm
And but also because I speak Spanish,
hmm
um, I can easily switch between the languages. So depending on the role, depending on what you need, or depending on it can be a superpower,
Right,
but not all the time. Same with, I don't know, culture-wise, like when we talk about um, cabarets and stuff that we had in France back in the time,
right.
or the history we have with, I don't know, theater, or sometimes you don't have a lot of French actors here, but I don't know.
I think, I don't want to cut you off, but I think that it actually is sort of a superpower because you're bringing in an experience from another culture. And if you can master doing something that's, people want you to do here, you've exceeded what most people can do. So I think that's part of the challenge of us being actors is
Mm.
that we work on those parts that we're deficient in and we make it better. So I think that makes you even more exceptional because you are doing it. And just remember that when you're doing it, it makes you a little more exceptional.
It's funny, when I did the replacement in Wisconsin,
Mhm.
they said the same. They
It's
told
true.
me,
It's
because
so
I was
true.
replacing someone and the show was kind of far west stuff. And I said, I don't have the southern accent that you are using in the show. So if you don't mind, the character will be half French. And so I put some French word in the text because they allowed me some stuff that you guys can understand, like bonjour, bonsoir, merci,
Right.
voilà, um, or oh la la, this kind of stuff that even if people don't speak French, they know this kind of
They
word.
know what it is, right?
Exactly. And
Yeah.
so I had a lot of laughs and the Spanish speaking French. But yeah, again, it depends on the character
Right.
and what they need for protection.
What are some of the things you've worked on since you've been here in the States that you think are great or that you've learned some things from?
Oh, I found that here you guys are very focused on details. And I'm not saying that we are not, but in the training, I think you are. Because I remember my school in Paris, we had a text and they were like, deal with it. Good luck. And then, of course, we have the workshop and then the teacher is guiding us. But here, the way they build the training, you really go step by step. And I understood better here what I was doing
Mm,
than in France. But I was happy that it was my second musical theater school and not just the beginning of everything, because I used all the stuff that I learned in Paris. And so I would say that it took me less time to um to learn and keep everything that I needed here. I mean, to have something complete. I don't know if
right.
you
Yes.
understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
sure.
And so yeah, I would say this is the main thing. Oh, and also no, something else. The fact that you speak English. It makes a huge difference because in
Yes.
French we don't use the same resonator. So the technique to speak and to sing is not the same at all. At all.
Can you tell us a little bit of the difference? You
Oh
can explain
yeah,
it.
it's very easy. I mean, when I um speaking French, I would have the sound more in my throat,
Hmm.
more back. And if I have to speak like an American, I would speak more like this, like with a lot of more resonator and a lot of so, and
That's
I'm
good.
putting the
Yeah.
same energy
Yeah.
in my sound. But for me, as a French person, it's weird to talk like this, and I feel so loud. And actually, for us French people, you guys are
Right.
so loud, and you basically you're not. It's just you don't have the same resonator. So in France, people are like, oh no, they are shouting, screaming. No, they're not. They're just speaking different, not differently. You're just not using the same mechanism.
Right.
And so for you, you it, it looks easy when you sing. I feel like people here, everybody can sing. Like you all know how to sing and you all sound great. No.
No.
No. So this helped a lot, a lot.
That's funny. It's true though. I mean, I think Americans do project their voice a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's coming from
Yeah.
here. Like you're speaking
Yeah,
from
yeah.
here.
I remember my first class here of what they call VPS. It's voice production and speech. I was speaking and my teacher said, "Oh, we can't hear you." And I was like, I'm talking to you normally. Like I'm not I was speaking for me. It was my normality. And she was like, say what? Say it again.
Right. I know the voice training when they tell you to sing, you're singing from here. So they're telling you to push up with your breath.
Yeah, yeah, use the breath. I mean,
Mhm.
that's why we have the VPS class, because actually this class is focused on how you use your voice, but not when you sing, when you just on stage, like
Just on
your
stage.
stage voice, and being able to project without damaging your voice,
Yes.
like doing it healthy and healthily. Do you say it healthy?
Yep. hmm
Doing it like safely.
Right.
And I learned a lot with this because I realized that I wasn't breathing at all, first of all. So, well, and yeah, I discovered new ways to make sound that I never use when I speak French. Never. And also because we don't have the same sound in
Right.
French and in English. So I wasn't used to it.
Interesting. What are you looking forward to doing while you're here? I know you just graduated not too long ago, right?
Mm. Yeah, I graduated last
Last
February,
February.
and well, for now, because I graduated in United States, I have what they call the OPT. It's optional training OPT. Oh my God, optional practice training.
Okay.
And so this OPT allows me to work in the country, but only in the field I graduated in.
Right.
So I can't go to like as a survival job. I can't work at Starbucks or I don't know where. It has to be performing arts related. And so for now, I'm trying to work as much as I can in performing arts because the OPT is only 1 year. So I'm allowed here until March. And I'm going to apply for another visa. So if they give me the visa, I'll be able to stay 3 years.
Good. That would be
If
great.
they don't, I have to go back. So that's why. But for the visa, I have to prove that I have to prove the quality of the project I was in and the thing that I have worked on, or the project I worked on here. I need a lot of documents. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm gathering everything. I'm going to apply because I have nothing to lose.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Because if I don't try, I'm going to regret it. So I'm going to try. And if it doesn't work out, well, I'll leave and go back to France and we'll see
Right.
what the universe has for me.
That's right. It's a life journey. And you'll take all the
Exactly.
experiences that you've gained here, take them there, take them somewhere else, and then come back if you want to. To the
Yeah.
United States, it's the possibility is always there.
Exactly. So that's why I said the law will decide, because I mean, for now I don't have the power. I mean, I don't have the
Right.
to take
Yeah,
the
of
decision.
course. And all you can do is keep doing what you're doing, and that's
Exactly.
pursuing it.
Mm.
Are you auditioning for things now? Are you auditioning for Broadway or anything?
Yes, I'm auditioning. The thing is, because I'm on OPT,
Mhm.
I can't join a union. So I have to audition only for non-union stuff.
Non-union. Oh.
And so I have a callback actually next week for a show here in New York. And there's a non-union open call for Wicked next week. So I'm going. And I'm using Backstage as a lot of performers. So I'm applying to Backstage a lot. And I'm producing my first cabaret in a month.
That's
So
great.
yeah, I'm happy. A new
That's great.
experience, new challenge.
Beautiful. And I'm assuming it's here, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be in the Green Room 42.
All right. What's it called?
It's called Bon Voyage.
Boy Voyage?
No,
Oh, hilarious.
that's
No,
the
you're
main theme,
crazy.
but the cabaret, I called it A-Broad'way Cabaret because it's only with international people. So I played with Abroad and Broadway. And we're gonna sing famous Broadway song, but in our language.
That's
So
great.
I have people from France, Korea, Japan, Czech Republic, Italy, of Argentina. Well, there's a lot of people all
International people.
international.
This is great.
Yeah.
This is a chapter for you. Is this the
Mhm.
first thing you've produced?
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. The
this is a
first
brand new
thing, and
chapter. This is great. This is
it,
great. I'll
yeah.
tell you a little story. This is how this started. One Mic Night has been going on for 18 years. So it actually started out as an open mic.
Oh
So it
wow.
was a platform for comedians, singers, poetry, things like
Mhm.
that. And then over the pandemic, I switched it into a virtual thing where I interview and have important conversations with people, creatives. Everyone's a creative, but people who are doing things in the community, mental health, wellness, things like
Mm.
that, to document lives and hopefully inspire people with your journey.
Okay, wow. 18 years, you said.
18 years.
Oh la la.
Yeah. And like this, like what you're doing, you never know where it's going to end up. I had no idea it was going to end up as
No,
this.
yeah.
I just
It's-
wanted to generate business. I was a manager in a restaurant and generate business for the restaurant. So I invited some woman with a guitar to come in that I knew, and we opened up the door and people started walking in and I was like, wow, I think we got something here. Let's you invite some musicians, I'll invite some poets and some actors, and next week I'll bring one microphone and let's see what we do. And it just turned into a huge thing. And
Oh, that's
every week
awesome.
for 15 years.
Oh,
So
awesome.
you never know where this is going.
We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, even if it's not what you want to do, you have it in your back pocket.
Exactly. No, I'm happy. I'm happy because I'm interested in production. It's just I've never done that. It's an unknown area,
Mhm.
and yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning, so I'm happy. We'll see how it works in well.
So I'm going to ask you one more thing, and then
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
Okay.
If I were a director and I said, all right, kid, give us your best shot. Give us a song right now. What could you do?
I would ask in French or in English, first of all.
Whatever you feel comfortable in. Let's go.
Okay. Um, Quand il me prend dans ses bras, qu'il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, moi pour lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, il l'a juré pour la vie.
Beautiful. C'est très joli. Très jolie, cette
Merci.
chanteuse.
Merci.
Wow.
Classique, c'est classique.
That was it. La Vie en Rose. Look at you. Oh my gosh. Well, is there anything else you want people to know? Look forward to the show. Let me know so I can let all the people that I know, and I'll be there to support you. How can we get in touch with
Well,
you?
oh, come to the cabaret.
Come to the cabaret? Definitely come to the
If you're in
cabaret.
New York,
Yes.
the 30th of November at 1 p.m. Green Room 42.
There you go. What's your social media? How can we get in touch with you? If somebody wants to book you, if the director comes and he wants to sign you up right now.
My Instagram, it's my name and my last name, Lucie Tassel. And same for the website, LucieTassel.com. Easy. That's it.
There you go. I love it. Lucie Tassel.
Yes.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci à toi.
This has been great. Everybody, please make sure you go to the website. You can find all the information. You can find the social media. Hit her up on Instagram if you want to book her. If you want to see the show, make sure you go there November 30th. I'll be there. Yes. Guaranteed. Lucie Tassel. She maybe used a little French today. La Vie en Rose. Everybody, my name is Marcos Luis, Marcosluis. Slide into my DMs on Instagram if you have something to say, or follow the show at OneMicNite. OneMicNite is OneMicNite. Thank you all for joining us. Lucie Tassel.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time on OneMicNite. Bye-bye.
Bye.